What's up, everybody? How's it going?
What's up, everyone? I'm here tonight.
So what, did Splatfest just end?
A few hours ago, I just logged in.
Mm.
Oh, they have a gold police now?
Oh, hey, it's Score Bunny! Alright, we could do Score Bunny. Why is my game lagging? Why is my video game lagging? A question I ask in this game a lot. They never stay in the Pokeball. Same. Brother, I understand. I can't believe they brought back the catch charm, by the way. I was mostly memeing when I was asking for that, because I didn't think they'd do it, but they actually did, so... You know what? That's fair.
You just got the catch charm? Nice.
Welcome back.
Hey, W Day Day, thanks for the 7 months. I appreciate it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom! Thank you, thank you. Welcome back. Sorry, I was just posting the tweet. Alright, we're good. We're free to do Score Bunny! I don't know why they put Score Bunny over here, but sure.
Welcome back.
How many do you need? Don't you already have them all
Silver
in Sword and Shield?
370
I've only hatched one. Shanala with a 36 months. Thank you, thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Thank you, thank you. Welcome back. I hopefully sound less sick today. Well, let's go get some rabbits. It's rabbit season. Why is my computer making so much noise? It's either my Switch or my computer. I don't know what's happening. Okay. I hope this isn't in a terrible place. Well, it's kind of on a slope. Why do they do this to me? Why do they put these outbreaks on mountaintops? Alright. Well, oh geez. Mushy is getting attacked. Bring out Auto again. I find it hard to believe that Scorbunny would want to live in a very cold place like this. I guess they had to divide all the starters out between the 4 areas.
Yeah, you'd think it would be on the mountain.
Yeah.
Or the
You really would.
sand.
I feel like the, why did I want to call it the Safari Zone? The Savannah zone would have made the most sense. But what do I know? Hudson and Rex? No, that doesn't ring any bells. Oh, who are we fighting? Milcery. You think Milcery spawning over here would freeze? But I did see a little bit of Game Freak news, chat. It looks like Game Freak might be featured in the Nintendo Direct. But I don't think that means Pokemon, of course, because Game Freak does in fact make other games.
This is from Pioro, the leaker. I think it'll be Panland, which I still don't know if Panland and Project Bloom are the same thing.
So that is interesting. We'll get to see what Game Freak is working on outside of Pokemon.
I've never been in anything that they're interested in that they've made, but maybe this will be...
You mean your favorite video game isn't Little Town Hero?
No.
What's up, Bannistar? Yeah, will it be Project Bloom? Will it be... Who knows? Tenbo the Badass Elephant. That's actually my favorite video game.
Oh, I remember downloading the Tembo game on my PS4 as a demo, and it just seemed like a mobile game.
We had to have this outbreak on a slope.
Yeah, they never really...
Yeah, I remember Little Town Hero being in like one Nintendo Direct, and it's like, oh hey, that's Game Freak's game. And that was like the only thing I ever thought about that game ever. And then I think it had some Pokemon remixes in there.
I never played Drill Dozer or the other one either, the Proto Electric Man one. I've never played their spin-offs because they're just not really... I don't know. They don't hit the same.
I understand why they like to make other games other than Pokemon. But yeah, none of them have really had like the sauce. Okay, we are getting a lot of spawns, so that's good. Also, what you said earlier, Tyler, I hatched Scorbunny and evolved it into Cinderace, so I have Cinderace, but I need Scorbunny and Raboot.
Raboot, okay.
They're charging $24.99 for it? Oh my god. I see they're bringing in their Pokemon pricing for that one. Jeez.
Pokemon for what game? Little Town Hero?
That's crazy. I feel like games that are priced really well is a great way to find success, and when your games are overpriced, that's a great way to not sell a lot of copies. Like Sonic Superstars. That game was just way overpriced. Sega had some nerve charging full price for that game. And then what do you know? It didn't sell very well. I mean, they also released it right when Mario Wonder came out. So, you know. mean, I honestly think that's why Pal World has been so successful. If Pal World was $59.99, I think it would have moved considerably less copies.
Yeah, I feel like I agree.
Like, Pal World was even cheaper than Temtem when Temtem came out. I feel like that's definitely contributed to the success of the game. People just don't want to pay that awful, like, $70 for a video game is just so much. Oh boy. I mean, Pal World has sold so many millions of copies. They better have enough money at this point. I do have a gripe about Pal World right now, though. Like, they haven't posted an update. They haven't done a game update in forever. And I see that they posted about cheaters.
No, they keep posting...
Wait, is that a shiny right there? Oh my god.
Yeah, you got it.
Why was I
Nice.
thinking you were brown like Cinderace? What's up, little dude? How's it going? Score bunny with the cheese on its face. Alright, well that was quick. That was 13 minutes I've been streaming. So we take these. Friend of the stream, Score Bunny? Score Bunny! I can't believe I was thinking this thing was a different color. I'm glad I noticed that. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just like slightly orange.
This is the same style of like pastel shiny that the Gen 9 starters are. Not my favorite. Oh shoot, you know it'd be perfect, chat? A fastball. But you know who doesn't have a fastball? Me. Guess who doesn't have any fastballs? I got a fastball. No I don't. Alright, well, that works. Alright. You'll love to see it. We need one more. The fire starters... Let's go. Well, I mean, I already know it doesn't have any. Gorbunny's cry makes it sound like a chicken. It sounds like a peeping chicken, like a little bird. All right, another
like
Pip
Easter.
and a Score Bunny. Nice. Let me mark that down. Okay. Let me get my tracker up. Score Bunny. Alright, we're at 691 now. So I need one more for Raboot.
The game is really grindy day, like, it's... I don't like games like that.
I don't mind
But back
grind
to-
fests if I find them satisfying.
There's no reward for it, though. It's just stupid.
Yeah,
it's just, it's just
I'm-
wasting time.
I'm max level now, so I don't even feel compelled to like get 10 of every pal because like why? I don't get XP anymore. There's no point. Who the oh, it's Chimchar. I'm like, who is that? But as I was saying, they like pushed out an up like they put like a thing out about cheaters and it's like, who gives a shit? This is what you guys are focusing on? Literally, who gives a shit? I do not care if people are cheating. I really don't. It does not affect me.
Yeah, we play
Like-
single player.
I do not care that, like, this is not what you guys should be focusing on right now. Sorry.
The last, like, 3 or 2 updates had just been, like...
They've mentioned,
we
like,
are
cheating.
We're
and it's
cracking
like-
down on cheating on multiplayer servers, and it's like, I wish you wouldn't even focus on multiplayer
Yeah, it's like,
servers.
literally, who gives a shit? Why don't you fix your broken-ass lighting engine? The amount of times I have had to open and close Palworld because the lighting broke and my game got way too dark is pretty much every time we play. Like, this is not what you guys should be focusing on. Literally could care less about people who are cheating in their own servers. I don't know, that pisses me off. It's like, this is not the priority you guys should be having.
Yeah, this is not it.
Or how about fixing all the times Jormuntide gets stuck? Like, having any big pals in your base, unless you have a complete flat piece of land, they're going to get stuck. My jet dragon somehow moved halfway across the map from my base, and I have no idea how that happened. It's like, I know the game is in early access. I understand this, but like, focus on that type of stuff and not, like, who gives a shit about cheaters? It's so annoying.
I'm gonna guess the lighting in it is just default Unreal.
Also, chat, if you do want to cheat in Palworld, I mean, cheat. It's just like, I don't even see it. Like, who cares? But Pal Edit is a way you can put any traits. You can edit any of your pals, and it's very easy. Look, I bred like 60 some odd Jormuntide Ignis and didn't get anything I wanted, so I had had enough at that point. But it's like, I don't know, who cares? Also, I mean, when is the game gonna get new content? Tyler and I fought the final boss yesterday and we timed out when it had like 5 HP left. We were so sad.
Yeah, it had like 3 HP. So awful. And I don't even want to go back and do it now. It's just annoying.
Yeah, like I blew all my rocket ammo, all our assault rifle ammo, and it's like, what do we gotta go do? Get more ingots and farm. And it's like, oh no, this is not fun anymore.
It's the last thing we have to do, so all we need to do is just get all that ammo again. Ugh. And I just don't want to do it.
Ammo is buyable. So if you want a trick, chat, if you're playing Palworld and you need a trick, I got it. What you should do is you make nails. So you get ingots and then make tons of nails and sell them. And you will get tons of money, and you can buy Pal oil, you could buy ammunition. I don't think you can buy rocket ammo. You have to make rocket ammo.
Yeah, don't waste your time making ammo.
Yeah, do not craft ammo. Just make nails and sell nails. That's the secret tech.
And the vendor that sells ammo is at the desert and the volcano area to the south.
Yeah, there's like a fisherman's dock kind of over where Jet Dragon is. And then there's like a little city out in the desert. There's 2 merchants that sell ammo.
It's just tedious.
Yeah. Mao doesn't seem like you can collect like maybe 1,000 from having Mao in your farms, but it's very slow. I definitely recommend making nails and selling nails. You also want to do condensing and using souls on your pals, because that considerably increases all of their stats, so I think if you max out souls on your pal, it will get them like 30%. Like I maxed out...
Midnight?
What's up, everybody? I think I maxed out Anubis and my original cat rest that I had. Are souls like Eevees? Yeah, basically. That's a good way to look at it. They also, pals all have IVs, fun fact. Which I honestly just think is annoying. There's no way you can naturally edit them unless you download Pal Edit. And you can't, like, tell unless you look it up from a calculator. It's like, of all the shit they had to copy from Pokemon, they really had to copy IVs for a bunch of unnecessary min-max bullshit.
Dumb. This is dumb.
Like, this was not needed. This was not needed. If you wanna make eggs a lot easier, go into your settings and turn it down to 0, and then eggs instant hatch.
Yeah, we just turned the egg timer off.
We had the egg timer on for a very long time, and then I was like, why am I putting up with this? This sucks. Especially since the temperature conditions for eggs, like the dragon ones, is just so annoying.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, Normalize is just making the experience more smooth for you. Don't drive yourself crazy with unnecessary stuff like that. Yes, hatching is a time setting. Usually huge dragon eggs take an hour to hatch. Real time, an hour. Unless you have them in, like, the desert. Because they're always going to be cold.
It's just in world settings.
Yeah, it's in world settings. What's up, Databyte? We're shiny hunting Score Bunny. I got one really early, and now we just need one more so I can get Raboot.
I think it's great to have the option.
Yeah, it's nice that they give you the option to customize your world. Although I find the settings to be kind of confusing. I don't know if it's just not a good translation, or... It's like, sometimes it's unclear which way you should slide the slider.
I think they just need to retranslate it.
Ooh, with a snowy mark? Nice. Yeah, we've still plenty gotten our money's worth. I think, I got it for 26 bucks, so... I've still plenty gotten my... I still like the game, it's just, we're at the point now where it's... You know, just endgame annoyance. Oh, there's one! Oh my god, Score Bunny is a bona fide friend of the stream.
Nice.
Oh, this one's female. We got a male and a female. Ah! Yay! The cheese rabbit has come home. Oh my god. Shout out to Score Bunny. New friend of the stream? Alright. Let's catch this. Oh, perfect. Alright. Well, there we go. That was easy. That took less than half an hour for 2 score bunnies. Alright.
Raboot? Is it supposed to be like reboot?
Everybody's favorite TV show reboot? The amount of times I hit B button to get out of dialogue and then jump 5 miles into the air. Incoming game. What incoming game? Huh? Here's the thing. I never watched that show. I know what it is, but I never watched it. I'm a fraud.
I remember watching it, but I have no memory of it.
Am I missing out?
It was like a green hair person.
Am I missing out? Well, there's Score Bunny. Was that one of the first 3D animated shows? I don't know why, whenever we talk about reboot, not that that happens often, but it makes me think of Cyber Chase. I don't know why. We're beating Hacker at his game. That's the color I thought Shiny Score Bunny was. I actually really like Raboot. Look at it, little fella. What a cool guy. Well, that was easy. Man, shout out to the fire starters. They've been, the real MVPs.
What's been your worst, you think, Grass?
I mean,
Probably?
Totodile still has never shown up for me, so maybe Totodile. Ugh. When did Reboot even come out? Was that like late 80s? Early 90s?
It was probably like 96 or 4.
Beast Wars. Alright, execute, no. I mean, I do need Luminion, but... Ugh. Do I really want a shiny hunt that?
Minion, BDSP.
Oh, yeah. Woohoo. Hearing my gargled, sick voice come out of your speakers, Tyler, is kind of a jump scare. Shinx. I always forget Shinx is in this game. It was 94 to 2001. It lasted that long? Wow. That's impressive. Nowadays, it feels like TV shows only last one season. if you're lucky. Alright, I think we gotta... Did I save? Let's save. What's up, Tracy? Brava, Deerling, Rowlet, Tentacruel, Chinchou. I think I do need Chinchou, but I just hate shiny hunting the water Pokemon in this game.
Yeah,
It's really not my favorite thing. Vullaby, I actually do need Vullaby. Wow, we haven't been back to Kitakami in like 100 years. On the censorship the show had? How did it get censored? All the censorship in Pokemon is pretty funny. Same thing with other dub shows like Yu-Gi-Oh! Uh-oh. Game? Okay. Had me going for a second. Vulgar slang term. What? Sometimes I swear people are just making shit up. Who has issue with the word hockey? The most forbidden sport. My favorite, this was actually pretty recent. My favorite bit of Pokemon censorship in the anime was, this was during, like, Ash's journey, I think. So right before they retired Ash, there was an episode where he got frozen by a bear tick. And, he was, like, fully frozen in the original Japanese version. And he was less frozen in the dub. Why? We can't have our fictional perpetual 10-year-old be frozen in a block of ice. That's too hardcore for kids these days. They like thawed the man out. Ugh, go away, Bombardier. Because of one Pokemon? Oh no. Where's the Vullaby? God, are they all spawning up there? There's like 5 shinies up there that I'm missing right now.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Alright. An agile style move 100 times. Yeah, that's pretty miserable. If they had cut down to that, to like 50, it would have been more manageable. I don't know, a lot of completing the Hisui deck, like fully completing the Hisui decks in PLA is just like, they were kind of mean. For how many of certain things they wanted you to do. It's like, whoa, take it easy, guys. Jeez, 100 times? Like, that's not even interesting or fun to do. They're just assigning busy work. It's not good gameplay. What's up, Cacturn? Like, who wants to... Like, Garchomp is literally my favorite Pokemon. But I mean, I probably did do it because I had it on my team. Now that I say that. But even then, it's like, who wants to? Who wants to do that? And then you have to see the animation for agile style. And you barely ever have any PP in PLA. Like, it's just not good. It's very not good. I always forget Orthworm has hands. Orthworm, I think, just showed up in the anime for the first time. We got an Orthworm anime debut. It doesn't get much better than that.
Right, I'm back.
We were just talking about Orthworm.
What about it?
I said it just had its anime debut.
Hmm.
The shiny grind in PLA besides Overworld shinies, it's... Oh, yeah. So you don't like the fall damage? I tend to agree with you. PLA is needlessly punishing at times. Lucario, you have to use Aura Sphere 70 times. Like, that's garbage. That's actually trash. Like, it should be 20 at most. 70 is egregious. That's terrible.
Yeah, that's too much.
Okay, shiny Vullaby is dark. A darker color with a pink head. Okay. No real reward for doing those super hard battle trials either in PLA. Oh no, there's not. Pokemon has had issues with rewarding challenges like that for a long time, I feel like. All the evolutions had, like, use charm 50 times or something like that. I specifically remember taking Flareon to the Magikarp and just using charm until I ran out of PP and then healing and then going back and then doing the same thing again.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you remember that? Oh, go away, Mudbray. Donkey. You perfected Sylveon's dex, nice. I didn't go for 100%, but I did 100% a decent chunk of Pokemon. Like, I think I did Garchomp. I did a few random ones, like Pichu. I did a few of the evolutions. I don't know, I like the idea of having, like, a list of stuff for, like, a Pokedex, but it needs to not be so grueling. Like using a move 100 times just sucks. Like, nobody's going to have fun doing that. That's just inherently not fun. I mean, evolving Wordier, Stantler into Wordier sucked.
I don't really remember what you had to do.
You had to use its, like, psychic bash or whatever agile style, like, 20 some odd times.
Mm.
And it only had, like, 10 PP. Also, Wordier is just not... I just don't really like it. I don't know. I think Stantler could have been done a little better. What kind of research tasks do I think would be more fun? I don't know, I think seeing like something like maybe see Lucario use Aura Sphere, like see Sylveon use Disarming Voice would be fine. Having a Pokemon, seeing a Pokemon use its like signature move. A lot of them are like 70, use the move 75 times. Yeah. Definitely. You have to have real commitment to 100% PLA.
Definitely grindy.
Yeah, PLA might be one of the most grindy Pokemon games we've ever had. What's a more grindy game than PLA? I think it would be better if they just knew how to reward the player. Like, they've tried, but they've actually been trying to improve on that, right? Like, with the Pokedex and rewarding you with rare balls. Which I still don't think a lot of people even, like, knew existed. I guess at least in this game, they actively are trying to reward you for completing the Pokedex. But the Pokedex already has the completion goal of the Shiny Charm.
Yeah, the mini awards I think are decent just to have.
Yeah, I don't hate them.
And also, I think it's changed now where most people that are going to complete the Pokedex now is much higher.
I wish there was a way to, like, record that. I would be very curious to see what percentage of players actually completed their Pokedex. I always silently am, like, blown away every time somebody comes in and is like, yeah, I'm shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet and didn't complete my dex. I don't have the charm. It's like, why? That's crazy. You think it's that low? I can't imagine it's that low.
I mean, I guess with sales, I don't know. I feel like I feel like a lot of people complete it though. I don't know.
I mean, to be honest, what the hell else do you do at the end of this game?
Yeah.
It's not like it's not like there's much else to do. There's no Battle Frontier, there's no Battle Tower, there's very little post game to speak of, so yeah, it's always funny when you play a game on Steam and you look at the achievement, and the achievement is like, open the game, and only like 30% of people have it. It's like, how did this happen?
Yeah, the statistic that, like, Steam players buy games more than they play and beat them is true. Especially with all the sales.
I'd love to know what Pokemon people primarily use, too. I think that'd be super interesting if they recorded, like, who was the most popular. I mean, I could probably guess. I could probably guess who the most popular starter is. And I can definitely guess the least popular. But like, what Pokemon did people have on their team? Stuff like that. I'd be really interested in if they recorded that stuff the way like Telltale Games recorded player choices. The Herba drop rates? Man, wouldn't that be nice? It blows my mind that the game has been out for well over a year now and they still have never done like a major Herba raid event. Boosting your ride Pokemon abilities. Discounts at stores. Yeah, those are definitely good ways to incentivize a player. In Pal World, you can catch 10 of each pal to get a big XP bonus. Which now that I'm at max level doesn't mean anything, but when I was leveling up it was certainly useful, but catching 10 of every Pokemon I feel like wouldn't work because there's just way too many.
Yeah.
Like there's only 130 some odd pals versus probably 400 Pokemon in each dex. So, if we're for each game before DLC. So I feel like that would just... I mean, unless you're going for like a Let's Go style where you're supposed to recycle your Pokemon.
Yeah, will there be like... Will you be able to fly on a Pokemon Frilly in the next game?
Yeah, what are they gonna do for like ride
Or
mode?
is that just going to be a DLC thing from this DLC, and then people are always going to be like, oh, they need to bring flying back. Hopefully, it's in the base game of whatever the next game is.
Yeah, PLA definitely was a recycle Pokemon style game. For sure. Got exhausting with all the same Sinnomons. I mean, and then they brought them right back for this game. Like Starly, Shinx. It's incredible how dog shit they are at diversifying their games with Pokemon when they have literally 1,000 Pokemon to choose from.
Yeah, during that time when PLA came out, we just caught those Pokemon in BDSP, and then doing it again.
And you can't tell me, like, oh, they're holding out for the elemental monkeys for the Gen 5 remake, and it's like, no way. Nobody's gonna be eagerly anticipating Watchog. They just don't know how to balance their own generations with Pokemon that haven't shown up in forever. Every fan's favorite Patrat is coming back for Gen 5. It's like, if you're gonna bring Starly and Shinx back for like 50 games in a row, give them a Paradox or something. It's like Golduck too. Like, why don't you do something with these Pokemon? Either do something with them or sit them down. Jeez. I mean, Psyduck is a marketing Pokemon. It's like Charizard.
It's good they did something with Tentacool and Tentacruel, as they desperately needed something new.
There's 3 mushroom Pokemon in Gen 9. Toadscool, Toadscruel, and Brute Bonnet. Your ride Pokemon should have stats like horses in Breath of the Wild.
Then you would have to min-max.
Yeah, you would.
just
I was
try.
immediately like, oh no, if I got like a crappy ride Pokemon, I would immediately want to dump it and find a better one. I would get obsessed with min-maxing.
There would just be a ton of videos how to breed the perfect ride Pokemon, and
Yeah, it'd be like Austin St. John, how to breed the perfect ride Pokemon.
yeah.
About Gastrodon. Gastrodon gets a pass. I like Gastrodon. I'm just saying, chat, if they don't have like a rusty bottle cap in Gen 10 or hell even the next Pokemon game, I'm gonna go insane. That's what makes like the Pal World, like the fact that the devs are focusing so hard on cheating. Like there is no competitive Pal World. Nobody gives a shit. Why do they care?
Because they're gonna be implementing PvP, but it's like, I don't want PvP. I didn't know the game was gonna be an MMO.
MMOs are so hard to develop. They're kind of crazy for that. I don't know, and like with Pokemon, it's kind of the same thing. It's like they just make little baby steps for quality of life for like competitive Pokemon every gen, and they're just they should just have where you could create a team for competitive use. You can't use it in the game, but you can make one for competitive. Why does that not exist? And it would instantly put a stop to all the nonsense about genning and all the stupid arguments people continue to have to this day. I love tuning into a VGC event and then just seeing like 50 timed out messages because chat got into a genning argument and started calling each other names. Like, okay. I mean, we're talking about the Pokedex, but I think if they're going to continue with open world designs, we need to have better, more exciting things. You got to give me something better than a boring Sparkle. Like, does anybody get any enjoyment out of just picking up a Sparkle? Like, ooh boy, a burn heal. I definitely didn't have 500 of those.
Yeah, it's mostly just for the first playthrough.
I mean, even then, I can go buy a burn heal for like 200 Poké-dollars. Items mean nothing anymore. Pokemon are not rare anymore. There's no like, I don't know.
I would actually kind of argue items haven't been valuable since like
Sword and Shield.
Gen 4 because
Gen 4.
why does any of that matter when like poison doesn't kill you anymore outside of battle, so why does it matter?
Yeah, that's true, honestly.
You could just walk back.
I saw something interesting today, chat. So apparently Terapagos was nerfed in the final boss fight. Anubis posted, did you know that boss Stellar Terapagos' special attack is reduced by 10% for the battle? So instead of 252, it's 226. Why? Who had trouble with Terapagos' boss fight? That's insane. Did some playtester have a really hard time and they nerfed it? But the more you know, Terapagos was nerfed for the final battle. Flop-ass Pokemon. Flop-ass bitch Pokemon. Terapagos sucks. Stellar Terra type, it within itself is so uniquely uninteresting and worthless. Fascinating.
Yeah, it's kind of just like a nothing burger, really.
It is. It's like the ultimate nothing burger Pokemon. The ultimate. Ogerpon actually owns that fraud. Who gives a shit about raids anymore? I'm gonna be real. Who's actively doing tons of raids in this game anymore? And even then, how useful is it really?
I think we're probably in the minority. I don't know.
I kind of refuse to believe that, dude. Everybody's logging in to do Love Disc raids, like, get out of here.
You need it for like
Ooh,
the
I got
candy,
pills.
like, and then what's the? I don't know.
Yeah, there's like nothing left in the game. All the starters are in here, so they can't do raids anymore of Pokemon we don't have yet. There's just no point. Like, I don't care to catch a Love Disc with a mark. Who gives a shit? Like, I'll shiny hunt, because I like shiny hunting. But, like, that's it. I mean, I mostly just did raids as stream content. Did I give a shit to ever catch, like, Rillaboom with a Mighty Mark? No. I did that for stream. Because doing raids on stream is fun to see what random bullshit people bring.
The only use for it I could see is competitive, really.
And even then,
like,
I really feel like there's nothing you can, like, who cares?
who's bringing Blaziken?
Nobody. Actually, I used Blaziken in my playthrough of blah blah blah, and it was godlike. And you have to grind out all the stellar shards. That's one of the worst parts. I like terastallizing. I really do. But the grind for getting all the shards is just... shards, more like sharts.
Yeah, but the DLC you bought, you get the shard charm.
What the fuck? Hey, chat, do you see the shiny?
Nose pass.
Do you see the shiny? Hey, chat, do you see the shiny? Hello, Nose Pass. How are you? What's up? How's your day going? You good? You good, friend? Yeah, I get that.
You have Probo Pass? I know you
Yeah.
have Nose Pass.
Yep, I
Oh.
believe I have both. Nose Pass has been a friend of the stream. I unironically like Nose Pass. I'll say it. I like this Pokemon.
Oh geez, your whole raid talk is gonna be in the clip.
Don't clip that. Just clip... Oh, God.
What do you mean? I can't edit it.
I'm gonna get a comment like that guy that was like, actually, I've played 2,000 hours of Scarlet, and it's actually the greatest video game of all time.
I catch them and put them right in their box.
I've done 50,000 raids. Nosepass is only 3-3. Piplup, Scorbunny, Raboot, and Nosepass. This is the most godly shiny box of all time. I should say we got Scorbunny, Raboot, and Nosepass tonight, so we're rolling. We're high rolling. It's always weird when people don't like it's like all the people that hate Trubbish. It's like, why do you hate Pokemon that are just kind of silly and goofy? Honestly, honestly, it's a red fucking flag, chat.
I understand why somebody wouldn't like the nose of Nosepass, though.
I don't know, he's a funny, like, silly compass rock. Like, I love that Roxanne had it. Like, I get why people don't like Probopass, I guess, but I don't know, whenever people are like, I hate all the silly, funny Pokemon, it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What's it like being such a miserable-ass person?
No.
No fun allowed. Oh, they made an ice cream Pokemon. Soy cell. They made a Pokemon out of keys. It's especially funny when Gen 1ers say that because, you know, Voltorb, Grimer, Magnemite, etc. It was cool when I was nostalgic for it. Nostalgia for me, but not for thee. But now that I'm a crusty-ass adult, they're all fake and dumb. Klefki is goated. Klefki is so funny. Unironically, one of my favorite Gen 6 Pokemon. Oh god, does Volibee only spawn during the day?
F099 is nearly impossible to play with Joy-Con drift, you guys.
$151 are the only real ones. Who tapped out after just Gen 1? Like, that's crazy to me. Gen 2 was so hype when I was a kid, I can't imagine being like, nope, red and blue, good for me, I'm done. I guess if you were like an older kid when Pokemon came out, but still. Oh man, here's one of my biggest criticisms of this entire game. I cannot change the time of day. Yeah, I'm a head out. Don Fan literally in the first movie. Hell, what about Ho-Oh? They saw Ho-Oh and were like, I have no more childlike whimsy and wonder. I'm done. I'm outie. I'm done, actually. It's funny, Tyler and I were watching a TCG channel. He's been I did not mean to talk to that child. He mostly talks about, like, the Gen 1 sets, like Jungle, base set, blah blah blah. And he went through and looked at all the Parasect cards, because his favorite Pokemon is Parasect. What the hell was the hitbox on that? Orthworm is so weird and broken. I got into a Pokemon fight like 10 yards away from me. 10 feet. So he went through all the different Parasect cards and he got to 151. Because Parasect, you might be surprised to hear this, chat, but Parasect doesn't get next to anything. Parasect had no cards throughout the entirety of Gen 5. Nothing. Parasect had nothing in Gen 5, which is very funny. And it didn't have anything in Gen 6 until, like, Oraz. It had nothing throughout, like, the beginning of X and Y era. But when he got to 151, he said something like, 151 is the first Pokemon set since, like, Jungle that I've wanted to fully complete. And I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, Gen 1 boomers.
Yeah, Gen 1 boomers. Are you joking? What?
Another one?
Oh my god. What is happening? I'm just killing time for Vullaby to come back, and I've run into 2 Nosepass. My man. Nosepass is a bona fide friend of the stream. What can I say? I go out of my way to say that Nosepass is goated, and it rewards me. Thank you, Nosepass. I appreciate you.
Too bad
I really
you didn't need
do.
it.
I really do. Nice. It doesn't even break out and explode on me. A true friend of the stream. Alright, well, let's see what your deal is. Excellent poke partner for trainers going on a journey. I agree. Ooh! Cloudy! Cloudy with a chance of Nosepass, chat. Nosepass the Cloud Watcher. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Shout out to Nosepass. The nose knows. Alright, well I guess I'll hunt for a third while I wait for Vullaby to return. This is the best area to shiny hunt in the entire game, by the way, chat. Like, no lie. This wide open field, unironically, one of the best. I've had so many shinies here, it's crazy. Unironically crazy. Rank the fungi, Parasect, Breloom, Amoonguss, Shiinotic, Toedscruel. Breloom would probably be my favorite.
Parasect is my favorite.
I do really like Parasect. Breloom. Parasect.
Parasect, Shroomish, Breloom.
Amoonguss is the worst. I like Foongus, though.
Toedscruel. I don't really like Amoonguss and Shroomish. Or
What about Brute Bonnet, chat? Where's Brute Bonnet? You gotta put Brute Bonnet on there. Parasect, Breloom, Shiinotic, Amoonguss, Toedscruel. Toedscruel, that. I like Toedscruel and Cool.
I do too.
I think they're really fun. And they got phenomenal shinies. Seeing Toedscruel just run around like Squidward is one of the funniest Pokemon ever. Fruit Bonnet trash.
Brute Bonnet is.
It's the thing about Brute Bonnet that's so funny is that Amoonguss is just better. They went sicko mode when they made Amoonguss. That Pokemon is insane. Consistently one of the best competitive Pokemon of all time. I like Morlul. I understand why people don't like Shiinotic, but I do kind of like Shiinotic. I like its shiny. Normally you would think a yellow and brown shiny would not look good, but I feel like Shiinotic pulls it off.
I like Shiinotic's soulless eyes and mouth, and it's long like Vandemon fingers.
Guy just said
But, like-
Vandemon instead of, I can't fucking think of his English name. Vampiremon.
No, I'm talking about the squid guy.
Squid. You think
But-
Amoongus is a dumb mimic? The funny thing, though, is that Fungus's Pokedex states that it's a very effective mimic and that it lures people in. And then Amoongus's Pokedex says that it's a terrible mimic and nobody ever buys it. And I think that's kind of funny.
Shiinotic just looks like it's wearing like a diaper. It looks like Toad.
Yeah, Shiinotic kind of has a diaper. It's supposed to be a lamp, though. I kind of like that. Like, Morlul is a nightlight and Shiinotic is a lamp. Yes, my Otismon, thank you.
No, I'm talking about... Vadamon. The alien.
Oh, that Mega Kabuterimon Digivolved?
Vadamon.
I don't know about that comparison, Tyler. Parasect's Pokedex is funny because it's just... half of them are just like, yeah, Parasect is dead. It's just the fungus. There's one Pokedex that's like, if the fungus leaves, the bug just stays still. Which is a fun way to just... a roundabout way of saying it's dead. Love Disc will get an update? What would you do with Love Disc? If you were in charge of giving Love Disc a forum chat, how would you go about it? I don't know why, but the first thing I thought of was kind of making it like wishy-washy, where it's like a school of Love Disc, but I don't know, maybe that would be lame. They make like a giant heart or something.
It would have to like have like some sort of lore.
The
I'm gonna look
fungus
up
could
Love
pull
Disc
out of
evolution.
Parasect.
What if it was like
I never really thought about it, but Parasect's name is literally just parasite, and insect.
Pokemon names have always been terrible.
Yeah. If you think about most Pokemon names for more than like 2 seconds, it's like, oh, okay.
even since Gen 1, they have like always been...
And Paris is literally just the first part of Parasite. Yeah, Squirt and Turtle, GG. Good, go home, everybody. We had a great day at work. Translating, good job. What's up, good? An orgy of love discs. Like, wishy-washy. I was thinking more on the terms of wishy-washy. No, they should call it that. They have a new trailer and they're like, do, 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 do. An orgy of love discs. Maybe they should turn it into those fish that, like, have kissy lips, but instead of kissing it, they use them for battle, for violence.
If you type in Love Disc Evolution or Mega Evolution, I think they all kind of suck.
Yeah, a lot of... It takes a skilled artist to have good fake mons.
There's just nothing to do with Love Disc. Like, I just think there's nothing to do with it.
You think Bagon is the worst name? Makes you think of bagels or bacon? What is it? Bagon, like dragon in battle?
I guess you could make original form. Oh! What if, like, original form, it's based on a heart? What if you took, like, card suits and you made it, like, a club, a spade, and stuff like that?
Oh,
don't
you mean
know.
like a plain deck of cards?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's neat. I need a Jester Pokemon. I would unironically pop off for a Jester Pokemon. We have Blacephalon, which is pretty close.
Mr. Mime's a jester.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Mime is a mime. Mimes aren't jesters.
He has the jester hair.
I'm the Jester, baby. Well, here's another question, chat. If that's what you could do with Love Disc, what about a Lola Momola? A Lola, my mother.
Alola Lamola has never served any purpose.
It really
Is-
is a bad Pokemon.
It's total dex filler. Straight up.
What was it supposed to be? Goldeen? Jellicent?
Yes.
Was Jellicent supposed to be Goldeen? I don't even know. They were not cooking. Bagon's Bagworm plus Dragon? That would make sense too. Bagon. Begonius.
I never really knew what Bagon was either. I always just kind of accepted its name as, oh, that's Bagon.
I feel like Dratini is really well named.
Tiny Dragon. Yeah.
Tiny Dragon. I think Salamence
You don't
is
like
ugly.
Salamence? Why not? What don't you like about it? Is it like the plain wings?
Yeah, Salamence doesn't have a lot of detail to it. I like Salamence, though. I do think Roaring Moon is better. Roaring Moon is, besides Screamtail, is probably my favorite Paradox.
I think if Salamence was made in Gen 4 or 5, it would have a lot more detail.
What's up, Lemons? I love the Shelgon shell on Roaring Moon's head. Hell. Hell. I just think that's such a fun detail.
The shape of the wings. What do you think of the Mega?
If it didn't have to compare with Metagross. Metagross, I do think I like better. I would agree with you. Metagross is such a great design. I mourn the last time we had a non-dragon pseudo. You know, like, over a decade ago.
Salamence is my favorite pseudo, and I like how it has always just kept the dragon vibe. Like, just about every other pseudo stands on its
Bipedal.
bipedal, whatever. But Salamence doesn't, and I like that. It's just like a dragon.
I can think of Salamance's cry in my head. I don't know why that cry sticks out to me.
Metagross is cool.
I don't know, they're kind of straight up cowards for just giving us, like, 50 years of dragon pseudos. And as I say that, like, I like almost every pseudo. Like, when I saw the leak for Baxcalibur, I was like, you sons of bitches, you're gonna give us another just Kyurem as a pseudo. Like, I do like Baxcalibur, but I still would have preferred something completely different.
Yeah, he's like, it really is just Godzilla.
And then it's like, you know, what about something like Volcarona? Like, people love those Pokemon. Why are they so scared to do something different?
Yeah, it seems like now they're like, oh, the pseudo has to be like what you would think of a Pokemon dragon.
Like, why are they so scared to do things differently? It's not even like a big deal, dude. Like, most people are getting sick of it. It's like the 5 billion fighting fire starters we had. Like, how are you guys letting this happen? Flygon would have been a nicer pseudo than Salamence. Gen 3 has like 6 pseudo adjacents. I feel like Aggron could be a pseudo. I feel like Exploud could be a pseudo. Flygon could be a pseudo.
Yeah, definitely Flygon.
Slacking could be a pseudo. Like, Gen 3 went so hard with 3 Pokemon lines. Nah, I love Aggron. Aggron's awesome.
Oh,
Aggron also has that cool cry where it sounds like a cowboy.
I heard an opinion yesterday about
Uh-oh.
Gen 3 Pokemon, and they said that like Gen 3 Pokemon was a soft reboot of like
I don't know
Gen
where that
1?
information came from. I don't think that's true.
Is that just an opinion? Like, it's a soft reboot in the sense where you can't trade with the rest, so it's like it's a new base game. But like the Pokemon themselves, I don't think are at all similar to
It's
Gen
not
1.
like Gen 5 to Gen 1.
No. Like, I don't think you can compare Wurmple and the line. Like, I guess it's similar, but they were talking about the Pokemon specifically. But I also think you could say that about any gen nowadays.
I mean, they have their formula. You have your regional bird, your regional mammal, your rock type that's 3 stages, blah blah blah. They just
the
settled
rock
they
type in
just
the- in
they
Gen
just
9?
settled on a formula that works.
What's the Gen 9 rock? Oh, NASA, right?
Garganackle.
Yeah.
It's Garganackle. It's hilarious that they didn't think Gen 3 would be successful.
Yeah, that is. Just knowing what we know now, I guess. But wasn't Pokemon on a decline in Gen 3 anyways, over here?
I mean, I think it's literally impossible to keep up that much momentum for so long.
Yeah.
And, like, define decline. Like, ooh, they're making $2 million less dollars. Ooh.
Yeah.
It also depends on the economy. Like, is it a recession? Are people being able to afford merchandise and video games, stuff like that? Yeah, the Elite Four theme in Gen 3 is so good. Gen 3 is great music. And I know several of you disagree with this, but I still feel like Gen 3 is a great sense of exploration. I really don't mind all the water. In fact, I miss things like dive. Steven has a really good theme. I liked when they started doing the champion having like a little prelude theme and then it gets into the actual battle theme. Cynthia obviously has one of the best ones too. I really loved the rain. Like, it's kind of incredible how much like environmental stuff like rain, thunder can bring to a game.
Yeah.
Like the route going up into Four Tree is just one of my favorite Pokemon routes of all time. It's so comfy. Like going to the Weather Institute. Yeah, they kind of did that with Evergrande in Gen 3, too. It's like a beautiful area with flowers, a little respite before you go into Victory Road. Gen 3 is one of the creepiest Pokemon songs. That's the Drought song. I mean, Kyogre's is kind of scary too, but Groudon's Drought song is genuinely creepy. It was a good way of conveying, like, oh, this is bad. This is very bad, actually. Groudon and Kyogre also just felt... They're such good legendaries. Rayquaza, too. They felt larger than life. They felt important. They were sought after. They're powerful. Like, I kind of miss that. Like, I like... You know, they changed it up with Koraidon and Miraidon. Which is fine, but I kind of miss... Like, Zacian and Zamazenta didn't have that impact at all. Like, I was not awed by two goofy dogs wearing armor.
I'll say this. They were cooler when I was younger.
I don't know. I don't think that's fair. I could still be, like, blown away by things in games. Even if I'm an adult. I just feel like we haven't had that in a while. And even like Xerneas and Evital, like they get introduced and then you just kind of catch them and it's over. Like Groudon and Kyogre, when you first meet them, they advance towards you and it's really cool. And then they dip. And then they go have their fight. Like, they get more screen time than a lot of recent legendaries.
Yeah, I do.
Ugh, but that's, I mean, Gen 6 having a dreadful, god-awful piece of shit story is not surprising. Like, yeah, of course they couldn't figure out how to make Xerneas and Evital cool. They get one cutscene where they pan over and... They get a cool song and that's it. And then you catch him and then Lysander dies. He returns to his home planet, the end. I would have loved to have actually seen Xerneas and Evital working, like portraying their power of life and death. Like, I can just imagine a cutscene introducing Xerneas where it's walking. You pan in on Xerneas walking and you see flowers growing on the grass. It's producing life. And then with Evital, it flies in from like a dead tree. It lands on the ground and all the grass wilts. Game Freak, hire the spooper. I've never directed anything in my life, but boy, I'm ready. Gen 6 remakes, I'm ready. Revving up the idea box. What's up, Destruggle? Because, like, it's just nothing. They just did fuck all with them. They're just in a boring-ass sterile lab with goofy-ass Lysander and his epic Apple AR VR thing. Like, this sucks. Also, I know this is kind of goofy, but I think AZ is just way too fucking goofy and silly. Having a 3,000-year-old giant man is just dumb. Take your stupid Floette and never come back, weirdo. Like, this is like, I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I just think like a 3,000-year-old giant man that's walking around like a hobo is just weird freak shit.
I don't know where they got the idea from.
Gen 6 is so fucking weird.
From something, but it's
so melodramatic. Like that whole ending cutscene, it's like, you think I'm gonna cry? I don't know, if Gen 6 came out today, there probably would be people like, when AZ held his Floette, I totally cried. It's like they're forcing this like overly emotional, weird bullshit down my throat, and I'm just like, no. Nah. Nah. Oh, you had a curling tournament to struggle? That's awesome. Yeah, and let's not even talk about Zygarde and his sad little cave. The only thing that produced was a very funny meme. It's been 3,000 years. That's it. It gave us one good meme. And that's it. And then I love your shit-ass friends. At the end of Gen 6, you have that, like, celebration. And all your shit little goofy-ass unlikable friends are there. Like, you motherfuckers didn't do anything. Why is Tierno at my parade? You think that bitch did anything? No. No, actually. Get these frauds off the stage right now. Get these frauds off the stage. Trevor's ass does not need to be on this stage. I am not having this, dude. Get these frauds away. Like, what did Shauna end up contributing? Please. Yeah, it's like finally in Gen 9, they learned to write characters that are friends to your player character that don't feel like cardboard cutouts. It only took them 3 gens, but we got there eventually.
Tierno and Trevor walked so Penny and Arvin could run. Or whatever.
Walking seems like a generous interpretation of what they did. I love when you start Gen 6 too, and they're like, they force like a nickname on you. It's like you're just meeting these frankly ugly bad design characters. I mean, Shauna's okay. I don't mind Shauna. And if you're playing as a male, I like Serena's design, but the male character sucks. Callum. Ugh. Yuck. But they're immediately like, hey, cool new guy, what's your nickname? We're totally like friends and stuff. It's like, I don't know you people.
At least the nickname thing was new, I guess.
Why? Why say that? Who cares?
I don't know.
Devil's advocating me on some of the dumbest bullshit Pokemon's ever had.
Because Gen 6 has very little of, I don't know, them trying something. I guess it wasn't even anything.
How do those characters even feel French? Tiny D. I like Xerneas and Yveltal too. Like, I'm not... They could have been portrayed so much better, is all I'm saying. And, of course, that goes without saying for poor Zygarde, too. Like, people that play Pogo are still feeling the ramifications of the bullshit they pulled with Zygarde. Go collect 1,000 cells, 100 cells, whatever. Bullaby is back. We're back in business. Speaking of Drew, characters named Drew, I'm surprised in Gen 3 they never gave you like a coordinator rival like Drew from the anime.
Yeah, I guess May was kind of the catch-all.
Or like imagine like a Harvey.
Oh! I know you're gonna be disgusted at this, but wasn't technically the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire blue hair girl that?
She was an idol. That was an idol character. Which... Putrid, rancid, ew, yuck, vomiting. Flop-ass character. Ooh, that's what we need. An idol. Said... Well, not me. Harley would have been great. I would have loved a sassy, rude rival that was your coordinating, like, rival. That would have been fun. I mean, your rival in Gen 3 is already... like, nothing. Brendan and May, as much as I like their designs, have, like, no character. Yeah, it really is incredible how bland Brendan and May are. They might be the blandest rivals of all time. Which is a real shame, because those character designs are so good. Especially since they're supposed to be like the professor's son or Norman's daughter, whatever. Oh yeah, the Let's Go rival is definitely like the worst rival of all time. I don't know how you could argue in favor of that character. Trace. Even your rival in Let's Go's, even his design is just unbelievably bland. It's kind of insane. Magnolia is the most boring professor. What do you have, like, one conversation with her? And then you never have to talk to her again?
Magnolia talks about, like, the when you and your rival see a shooting star or a meteor or something. No, the Dynamax crystals? I don't remember.
I feel like there's a lot of boring professors, though. Like, who really loves, like, Professor Rowan? I still think somebody like Sycamore is unbelievably boring, too.
When has a professor ever done anything except for Kukui or whatever his name is?
I like Kukui. He's probably one of the better ones. It's kind of funny how backwards they went with characters in Gen 8 versus 7. Is Professor Oak in Ruby Sapphire Emerald? No. Yeah, the
He's in
champion
Gold Silver
fight in
Crystal.
Sun and Moon is so good.
Oh, I think Oak is also in Diamond and Pearl or Platinum.
Yeah, he shows up for Romanus Park.
Yeah. That's the only other
And
game
Shaman.
he's
No,
in.
he shows up for Shaman. For Shaman.
Hmm.
Which is a super weird choice, by the way. Like, okay, thanks, Professor Oak.
They should have had Mr. Pokemon show up as like a Heart Gold Soul Silver, you know?
I wish that was my name. Mr.
'Cause
Pokemon.
they already had the thing, the teaser about the Red Gyarados.
What teaser?
When you start Diamond and Pearl on the TV, it says, "Oh, and the reports of the Red Gyarados in Johto."
Do you have a favorite professor? I feel like it's
Kinda
hard for
to beat Oak.
Yeah, it's like it has to be Professor Oak. He's just
I like Elm.
I like Professor
Elm's
Elm
good.
too. I like that he's kind of like a new guy
Yeah, he's a new guy.
because it's Gen 2. Oh yeah, Sada Turo are definitely interesting. I like Professor Birch too. Maybe it's because every time I think about him, I think of the Dan Green voicing him.
Yeah. Not really, no. I mean,
What
None of the
professor does,
professors-
though? Yeah.
Yeah. If you think, like, what does Oak do?
What professors really do a lot?
It's also hard to separate, like, oh, their anime adaptation versus the game. Like, Oak says, here, take this, and then you never see him again until the end. And then Johto, he just goes, I'm from Kanto. I'm studying eggs, or whatever. Or not, he's not studying eggs, but here, have the Pokedex.
I would have liked more time with Sada and Turo. That cutscene they added in the DLC was so weird. I'm not sure what they wanted to do with that. Like, we met the real person, I guess.
I think the only reason that's confused at all is just because of fan speculation and theory about, like, what type of machine it is and, like, all of that.
I mean, Sada and Turo also have the fact that they're both hot going for them. Not exactly something most professors have. James Turner, massive W.
I mean, what did OG Gary even really do?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he was, like, that nasty. Smell you later.
I don't think that they think of old Gary as like, oh, we can't do that anymore. He was too brutal. I really think that they just like, oh, we already did that. We're not going to do it again.
I
But at the
definitely
same
think
time,
it's just like
Pop and
the
Howard, the
weird
same
group of
character.
Gen Kid 6. The Gen 6 kids, they just want to emphasize friendly friendship and being friends and loving Pokemon and being friends. I sure do love having friends and my Pokemon.
even Gen 2, like, Silver isn't... He's that way for a reason,
Yeah,
you
he's
come to find
Giovanni's
out.
kid. How much of the French schmaltz comes down to localization? I have to imagine that is heavily present in the
Yeah.
Japanese version.
Who knows, really?
There's no way it's, like, not very similar. I mean, is she, though? I mean, you have to deal with all the obnoxious Team Star stuff, and that's the most heavy-handed friendship shit in the whole game. God, I hated the Team Star stuff. I hate all those bozos. A rival who's on an evil team? That would be interesting. I'd love to have a rival with some sauce. I think it's just due to better writing in this game, honestly. Arvin, Penny, Nimona, for the most part, talk like they're actually people and not cardboard cutouts that spit out friendship and friendship and friendship and I love my Pokemon and friendship and battles. It's like the way Arvin was written, and then we got that weird cutscene where we meet actually Sada and Turo, and there's like, we don't bring up Arvin at all. That was so weird. I am shiny hunting Vullaby.
I still think it's weird that none of them were there with you on the field trip to...
Kitakami.
Oh, yeah, Kitakami.
I guess they wanted to leave room for Kieran and Carmine to develop, but... I don't know, the fact that you just went with 4 random unnamed students is pretty funny. Oh, I don't think I marked Raboot on my Living Dex. Hold on. There we go. So now we're at 692. Nice. I don't know, I know this is a hot take, but I think a lot of the stuff with Arvin and Mabostif was a little bit melodramatic, but I know some people love it, so... like, literally giving him a sick dog, like, okay. It's like checking the box. We got sad orphan, check. We got sick dog, check. Surprised they didn't play like epic sad piano music during the cutscenes. Maybe they did. I don't even remember.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Never saw the kid that got car sick ever again. I think Kieran is probably my favorite character from this game. And I was hooting and hollering when we got to fight him again and he had like Incineroar and stuff like that. Like, that was just funny. And I like Carmine a lot, too. Normally, like, brother and sister characters I find a bit annoying, because it's always just like, yeah, we sure are siblings, siblings, we're totally related. But it really wasn't that bad. Yeah, it's like, Kieran actually had a character arc. A full, complete character arc. Maybe it was just nice to see a character express some emotions other than just happy friendship. Like,
Yeah,
you knew how much Ogrepon meant to him. You understand why he's like that. And you understand that he wants to kick your character's butt. I am stuck. Okay. Cool Mario 64 ass angle here. Good geometry. It is fascinating to me that there were no bad guys, really, in this gen. It really makes me wonder, like, are we gonna get a traditional bad guy team for Gen 10, or is this just, like, the future where we get misunderstood antagonists?
I could see them kind of ditching the what you would put, how you would like define an evil team. I think they'll keep doing that.
Yeah, Volo was the last time we had an actually just evil, totally evil guy. I liked Volo a lot. He wanted to be Arceus's #1.
I don't know. I think it'd be really hard to come up with like a fresh evil team every generation and be like, oh, okay, well, what did we do already?
Yeah.
I think that would be hard.
And a lot of the evil teams are just bad. Like, I would prefer a more nuanced antagonist than, like, Lysander again. Gotta make the world beautiful. Gotta reset the world for undisclosed reasons.
Well, luckily that's been, what, 10 years ago? So hopefully they won't do that anymore.
I mean, Rose was not good.
No.
Let's not forget Chairman Rose. I mean, they popped off with Team Skull in Gen 7. I liked Team Skull a lot.
I know, like, we don't like Team Star, but I think them doing it the route they did, a lot of people like some characters from it, and the whole team being focused on just, what was it, like 6 characters? So they can all have unique designs, I think, is probably easier for them, or maybe it would also, it's the safest. Because, you know, oh, I like this design of this one, and people will like that.
But
Oh,
you
we can
still
sell
have,
merch
like,
of
your
this
admins from, like,
design.
Team Galactic that people love. I still see people, like, posting Mars's design from PLA, and it's like, okay. This is peak, bro.
Yeah, I think that's like another thing too, where it's like they kind of have cut the whole evil team thing, and they just have like individuals.
Yeah, instead of one ultimate big bad and then just some rather bland admins. Like, the design of
I
the
don't
ladies, the admin ladies in Team Flare was great, but could I tell you anything about any of them? No.
I don't even remember where you fight them.
All I remember is the bald guy.
I think he was in the desert.
I liked Magma and Aqua a lot because they were both, like, Maxie and Archie were, they're just funny. They're just funny characters. And it's, like, slightly environmental. Even though I feel like Archie's makes a lot less sense than Maxie, but still. He just really loves the movie Waterworld. Also, pirates and the aesthetics they went for Team Magma, they're just cool. Like, how can you go wrong with, like, a pirate team? You know what I mean?
I think they could have a whole game with just a pirate team.
Yar har fiddle-dee-dee. Being a pirate is alright with me. Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate.
Magma and Aqua could have totally been their own, like, their own game.
And Archie and Maxie both have distinct personalities. Like, Archie is just a big personality, a friend. He treats his guys right. He's just a, you know, he's just a big personality, and Maxie's very calculating, scheming, cunning.
I feel like everyone was like, oh, Leon's gonna be in on it, or he's gonna be bad as well, and then that was just not the case. Like, I thought that too.
That would have been great. I would have loved that. I would have loved a champion that's not 100% a good guy.
Like, him being totally unbeatable. Well, there should have been some sort of cheating.
Like, that would have been funny, too, because, you know, we had all the sponsors, so it's like a real-life athlete that everybody loves, and on the surface is such a great guy, but then you see that they're either a cheater or an abuser or somebody like that.
They could have used the thing where...
But no, his big character trait is that he always gets lost. Haha, funny.
The like weird energy chamber that Eternatus was in that Rose had, they could have been like, oh, Leon uses the energy drawn from Eternatus to power his Pokemon, cheating in secret or something.
Yeah, he's doping.
And then
his
that also
Charizard is doping. It's on steroids.
That would have pulled Eternatus more into the story. Instead of, oh, Eternatus, what's him? Oh, he appeared during the darkest day and did something.
The darkest day. What a crock of
Who
shit.
knows what he did.
My darkest day. Yeah, Leon would have been 1,000 more times more interesting if he was actually not the good guy you thought he was. Like, I didn't need him to steal your starter like one of those crazy rumors. I love that rumor. That's one of my favorite ones, but like, if he was a little bit corrupt, that would have been interesting.
Doesn't Leon always keep getting lost in the game too? Like, he's like clumsy.
I literally said that. That's his one character trait. It blows ass.
Yeah. That's so boring.
That's such a shit ass character trait. Not even like.
Also, what kind of just...
Why don't you pull out your
make
cell phone,
sense.
Asshole? Why don't you bring out Google Maps on your Rotom phone?
That also, it just doesn't make sense, because if that's his personality, so that kind of just means that he kind of just somehow became the unbeatable trainer. He's not meticulous, he just, he fell into it somehow. Yeah.
He's just a silly, goofy guy who happens to be unbeatable.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just silly.
Yeah, that's a good point, Cacturn. And that would have, in turn, made Hop more interesting, because then he would have to grapple with the fact that his brother is not a good guy. And you could have a humanizing moment with, like, him and Bede. Because Bede's you know, adoptive father was Rose, and then him and Leon and Rose working together would mean Hop and Bede could become better friends. Oh man, you guys, now I'm like, well shit, what, we could have had it all. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. They gave him a quirky anime trait. Like, that's... Ugh. Instead of giving him actual character development, they just gave him a cheap trope that's like, oh, so funny.
Yeah, not cool.
Man, and it's like when we ever do roll around a Gen 8, like... I feel like it's set in stone now. They're never gonna... Well, I guess we'll find out what they do for Gen 5 soon. In like 2 weeks. But it's like, I feel like... we're never gonna get a better story. They're not gonna... want to touch everything they established with Leon being like the ultimate champion, which, what a crock of shit, by the way. Cynthia, Lance, Steven own that fraud.
Maybe he'll have a Mega Charizard.
No, Alan or Lane already's got that covered. The fact that they brought Elaine back and then had him get beaten so quickly is so funny. Gary Stu got Gary Stewed. Wallaby is so funny. Just a plump little bird and an egg. Let's see, what's today? Today is the 19th as of an hour and 50 minutes ago, so...
A week. 7 days.
9 days? The 27th, right?
Oh, yeah.
How many Pokemon wear diapers? Vullaby? Toxel? Shiinotic? Question mark?
Moochum?
No, Smoochum doesn't have a diaper.
It totally does.
No. Toxel. I said Toxel. Oh, you got the day off? Nice. If I had any sort of, like, animating talent, that'd be a fun project to do, like, reimagining of Galar's story.
My version of Galar.
I don't think people would be appreciated. I don't think people would like that. Talking about Volo now, I got the Giratina song stuck in my head. Do 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 do. Well, I think Vullaby is betraying, chat. I mean, it doesn't help that I had to waste like 30 minutes because it only spawns during the day. Why would they even do that? What would compel them to be like, oh, Vullaby only spawns during the day?
Yeah, that's weird.
That's so annoying,
like
actually.
You've hunted for Volby many times, and
yeah, I
it's
think I have. I have no luck with the Kitakami day-night spawns. No luck. Absolutely none.
It's a terrible system.
It is. It's actually dog shit. Well, chat, I still had 4 shinies today. I got 2 Scorbunny, one of which I evolved into Raboot, so I have the whole Cinderace line done. Cinderace being in my copy of Shield, of course. And then just 2 random Nose Pass. So that was crazy. Let me fly back to Blueberry real quick. Heal. But yeah, shout out to Fire Starters. They are actually friends of the stream. I think I still need 1 Chimchar. Speaking of Fire Starters. Who else? I can't even think right now. Oh, I need Torchic. I need my boy Torchic to show up. Lurkers, hey. I respect the lurk. But, yeah, thanks for hanging out tonight, everybody. Hopefully I'll sound fully better next week. I know I still sound a little bit sick. But hopefully it wasn't too annoying. But yeah, thanks for hanging out tonight, everybody. Thanks for all the resubs, all the follows. I appreciate it. Blah, 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 Discord. Blah, 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 YouTube. Shout out to the YouTube viewers. I appreciate y'all. And yeah, thanks for hanging out tonight, everybody. I appreciate it.
Good night, good day, wherever you are.
Good night, good day, goodbye.
Peace.